So, welcome back again to Daily Word. Okay, today's word is gonna be iść, to walk, to go. So let's start with the conjugation. Ja idę, ty idziesz, on, ona, ono idzie, my idziemy, wy idziecie, oni, one idą. So, probably you noticed the ending is always kind of the same for every verb. Okay, the same for the past. However, the word iść kind of changed in the past form. But memorizing this one form can help you learn other words, because many other words that have many other meanings have the same ending. So for the verb iść, we say szedłem in the past. Ja szedłem as a male. However, for female, I say szłam. So notice here that for guys, I just like it looks kind of very different from the female version. So szedłem and szłam, they kind of look different, but this is how it is. You have to memorize it. The same for ty, szedłeś. However, for female, ty szłaś. Okay? On szedł for guys. As you notice, like for guys, this is the form on szedł. He went or he walked. Ona szła. Ono, neutral, szło. It could be a dog, pies, or cat, kot, whatever, something that's not human or some concept. My idziemy in the present becomes szliśmy, okay? For female, yeah, szłyśmy, łyśmy always is for female. Wy szliście, szłyście, oni, one szliśmy, okay? So for future, it's easy. All you have to do is add będę, będziesz, będzie, będziemy, będziecie, będą for every time. And use so if you know the past form of the verb, you could easily know the future form of it, because all you have to do is add the będę, będziesz, or whatever to the third person of the past form of the verb, okay? So for example, będę szedł, będę szła. Będziesz szedł, będziesz szła. So always we're using the third person, remember. The same for the plural. Będziemy szli, będziecie szły. Będziecie szli, będziecie szły, będą szli, będą szły. So in order to differentiate between guys and girls, the ending, we change the ending. So now for the conditional, I still hope you went to see the conditional before seeing this, because it's gonna make things a whole lot easier. So the same for future, we use the third verb, the third group, third person verb in the past, and we add to it bym, byś, by, byśmy, byście, by. Zależy, I mean, it depends on who we're talking to. So ja szedłbym, szłabym, szedłbyś, szłabyś, and so on. Because it's easy. You have to read, you have to stop and read and memorize. And with time you can memorize, because almost all the verbs have the same endings. So the imperative form for iść, notice, idź. So notice the ending, like verbs that end with ść at the end kind of end the same in the imperative. So idź, okay? Niech idzie. So ty idź, you go. Let him go. Niech idzie. Niech means like kind of let him or let her or whatever. Idźmy. So the same as ty idź, you only add my, idźmy. Let's go. Idźcie. It also can mean let's walk, okay? So keep this in mind, it depends on the context. So idźcie, idźmy. Niech idą, let them go, or let them walk, or whatever. Okay, so the gerund of this verb is iście. So the gerund is the name of it, the going. It's rarely used, and you might not see it, but you better know it. you can use it. I mean, you can just show off by using some word that is really rarely used, or you can be fancy. And the iterative verb for the word iść is chodzić. Iterative verb is a usual verb, is the verb you use to show something that you do usually. I'm not gonna talk about the conjugation of this verb in this video. I will talk about it in another one, but I'm just gonna I would like to show you the difference, because it can be really confusing, the difference between iść I chodzić and chodzić, because even some Polish people cannot actually explain the difference. They know the difference because they speak Polish, but it's hard to explain. So the difference is that chodzić is when you say I go to work every Sunday. You use this, every Monday. You use this because you don't work at Sundays. You use this form. However, if you're saying that now you're going somewhere, but you're going, for example, to the cinema, and you don't go usually to the cinema, you just use iść, okay? However, if you're saying that I go usually to the cinema every Friday, you just use chodzić. Okay, so let's talk about another form of the same verb, but it is the perfective aspect. So in this video, I'm gonna talk more about the perfective and imperfective aspects, because they kind of matter in this language. And I would like to I would like you to, yes, I'm sorry, I got distracted for a moment. Okay, so ja pójdę. I would like you to pay attention to the verb, to the word, and I hope you've seen that they're kind of similar. All you did just like add po at the beginning. I have a whole video explaining the difference. I will just link it in the bio, so you can take a look at it. It's really good. I think it's really good to understand the difference between verbs. For many Polish people it might be absurd, but for me it makes me really understand, and understand other words as well that can be similar. So anyway, notice that they are similar. So all you have to do is conjugate them in a really similar way. So here I said ja idę, ja pójdę. So yeah. And notice here, because it is the perfective aspect, I'm sorry I didn't talk about it yet, the perfective aspect words are meant to be only future or past, and are meant to be more subtle or more perfective. So I will go, so there's no present form for it. However, you conjugate it in such a way that it might look present form, but it's not present. You cannot say I am going. It doesn't mean pójdę. I am going means idę. Pójdę means I will go. So the difference between perfective and imperfective is that this one means continuous present, continuous future, or whatever, or past. However, this one shows a perfection, like I just went and I'm done with going. I went and I finished my process of the verb. I hope you understood. I'm gonna talk about it a little bit in each video, but of course a little less each time. Okay, so ja pójdę, ty pójdziesz, on pójdzie, my pójdziemy, wy pójdziecie, oni pójdą. I'm not gonna go over it again because it's really similar, the ending. It's like pójdą, it's like there's the E that is hidden here, okay? However, in the past, it's really similar. It's kind of the same. So all you have to do is add po here. So ja poszedłem. However, here it is szedłem, so it's really similar. Ty poszedłeś, and etc. We have to read them. And the conditional, you have poszedłbym. So the same as here, szedłbym. It's all the same. I'm trying to make it as shorter as possible, so I'll not read each one of them. All you have to do is add po, so it's the same as here. Even for the imperative form, pójdź. Idź, pójdź. Ty pójdź. You will go. That's an order. Niech pójdzie. Let him go. Pójdźmy. Pójdźcie. Niech pójdą. Now you might wonder what's the difference between these two forms of imperatives. The main difference is that since this one is continuous and that one is not, so yeah, so it kind of makes sense, because if you're saying to somebody each, it means kind of like he is already going and you're just telling them, yes, go, like, go, get the hell out of here. However, if you're saying pójść, it means that you will do something and then you'll go, so it's kind of an order, okay? So it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it actually, but I think reading and seeing examples will make you understand. I'll try to explain this in other examples and using other verbs as well. So the gerund of this verb is pójście, the same as iście, pójście. Okay, all you have to do is add this beginning suffix here. So yeah, I have a video about the difference between the two, and it will actually make sense to you, because there are many verbs that can be used the same way. So watch this video that I'm gonna link in the bio. I really recommend it. And thank you for being patient in this video, and I hope you understood. And if you didn't, just leave a comment, and see you soon.